same as my YouTube. So make sure you log in there and subscribe and follow your boy to get regular updates on what I got going on. Sometimes I post pre content for YouTube and my daily gardening picture over there because y'all know my weekly schedule here is going to be the same for here on out. It's going to be Wednesdays at 6 for my regular Team DWC or Cannabis Creations content. And also on Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. Make sure y'all leave comments so I know who's actually supporting. And today's video is going to be over putting yourself out there so you can get what you yourself want.
You basically just drove home with the fact that if you just focus on being better yourself, right? YouTube is a business in itself. And I think that people really need to realize that it's going to take some reinvestment, and not only in with your funds, but also with your time. So yes, just go right there, man. I appreciate that for you confirming that for me on that. So, yeah. All right, cool. Now, when you first started, because I get this a lot too, when you first started, were you afraid to kind of put yourself out there? Because like I got an email the other day talking about, well, AJ, I want to build my personal brand, but I'm reserved. I don't want to put my face out there. So did you ever go through that? And if so, how did you get over it? Like, what did you do? How did you handle that situation?
No, I'm kind of a person that talk a lot. Like I'm not really so nervous. You know me. I've always been that kind of person. But I consider that people are reserved. And what I will say is, whatever you put out online, people can remember it, right? So as long as and there's some things I'll probably said online, the roast people which I could take back. Right. But I will say, I can understand that you could be, afraid out of your personality. But what I want to tell people is, you literally miss all the shots you don't take. And if I would have never went to Uganda, I wouldn't have the opportunity to have, more editing help. I wouldn't have opportunities to have access to another economy, access to other talent. Same thing if I wouldn't go to Kenya and meet Gordon Maya that day. I could have been like, well, I don't want to go to Africa because it might be dangerous, which it wasn't. But, if you want to do something in life, you're going to have to create competitive advantages for yourself. You're going to have to do it. And that's when you'll be going some places that you're a little unsure about, or you're going to have to be uncomfortable. And that's just, if you want to stay to where you are, then that's fine. But the big money and the big opportunities and the big lifestyle changes are going to come with, I'm going to roll the dice. And it's not always rolling dice on just, investing. But sometimes rolling the dice is, okay, I typically don't want to get on camera, but I'm going to do it. Right. And that's also rolling the dice. And, and the thing about it is, people listen, you're doing YouTube if you're passionate for you and for whatever your business is. You might become the best YouTuber in the world, but we won't know it unless you want to get out there. And just everybody's first video is not that great. My first video was terrible. My first 20 were before. But again, you want to put yourself out there in life, especially right now with the economy being very uncertain. YouTube is the best place to meet successful. If this is talking about the black sector. Yeah. I know you're from Virginia. I'm from Sacramento. Now, where we kind of come from, I know Virginia got some successful blacks, but we're gonna be honest. A lot of successful blacks in real life hang out with other successful blacks, and we kind of don't have access to them. You know, and same way in Oakland or LA. You know, the black elites, they are in person amongst other black elites.
That's it.
But on the internet, if you're successful and I'm successful, it's like, yo, what's up, man? You do this? You know what I'm saying? And you can get access to people that you couldn't, and it might not even be about views. It's about like, I know this person, and they introduced me to something that I didn't know before. And sometimes some of the best friends that I may have now are people I've never even met. You know, I had a birthday and I had people give me money on my birthday that was more than my own family that I had never even met.
Damn.
You know?
Damn.
So you're talking about that. On YouTube, the internet makes everything for the normal guy like me and you, and I know you became a millionaire, I'm on my way. It makes it, you know, hey, okay, boom, we popping, you popping? Well, dang, I want to do that too. And it's boom, and this is an email away or collaboration away. And then it can change your life. Like, look at the lead attorney. Here's a guy that was an attorney, and I saw him, he had like 2,000 subscribers. Now, he did a lot of all the work himself. You know, for the most part, you know, staying consistent. When I saw the guy, I was like, yeah, man, this guy's going to be good. I checked his channel out, I saw him comment. I'm like, yeah. So I say, I want to interview you.
Right.
And look at it now. I don't even think he practiced law anymore in 8 months.
Right.
But if he wanted to put himself out there, he didn't know it was going to actually interview me, you know, give him an opportunity, nor did Pocket watch it. But they put themselves out there, and then, you know what? I said, oh, that's a good name, man. Let me interview you. You can be some value to our audience. Me and Pocket watching JT, I met him. We had him and Liz at the same time. They both had 1,000 subscribers. They're excellent YouTubers. Me and Pocket watching did a show about last month that has 103,000 views. Right? And look at how his life has changed. Put yourself out there to meet people that can really. Kevin Samuels. Everybody know who he is. He's another guy that 2017. I just saw Kevin Samuels image consultant. I said, who the fuck is this? I said, hey man, let me interview you. Rest is history, right?
Right.
Now he built himself up, but look at it now. If he would have never been on YouTube, how could he have ever known? So give yourself an opportunity to do things. Now he's doing shows with Brittany and Renner. He's you know, people like every T.I. Everybody knows him now. Everybody's talking about him in Sacramento. But he put himself out there. Put yourself out there to make a change for your life. You only got one.
That's fact, bro, man. People help people who help themselves, man.
Hello.
You do what you do what I do, but you do it on a bigger scale, really. Because that I didn't even think about this, but like, for example, you name some people that you reach out to and ask the interview. You did the same thing for me. You didn't have to do that because your channel's way bigger than mine, right? You don't need me. I need you too, right? When it comes to that. So, and you just decided to do it. Like, this guy, you know what? He's a good guy. He's giving out good information here. Come on, this platform. And I do the exact same thing for smaller channels. Right. Only because it's like, you know what? You're doing consistent. Here's a hand up because I wish I had one. And it's like, bam, now you gave me one. You know what I mean? And it just is going to reciprocate, but can't nobody help you if you ain't got no hand out for them to reach out and grab onto to pull up. So that's huge, man.
But let me say this: when I reach out to the people, I never just reach out, oh, I'm gonna give you a hand up. But you guys were actually good.
There you go. You already working. There you go.
You're already good, and you have knowledge that my audience could benefit from. You're already doing things. You're African American. You know, you're successful business owner. I can tell by the things you're talking about that you're not no scam or something like that. Right. So you're a young guy, you're married, you're somebody, a lot of young black men in our audience, that in our group, that when they see somebody, they see yourself like, oh, okay, well, man, this is the guy that I could also pattern myself after. Same thing with lead attorney and Pocket watching DT. So you guys had competitive advantages that I felt offered value to my audience. And it's not about how big the people are; it's about how much value they bring. You know.
Bam.
So I think so that, you know, I did a show with the guy that developing dad not too long ago, and the guy had over 200 subscribers, only 200 subscribers, maybe that much. But he was a system engineer, and he had a really good channel, and I really wanted to work with a guy like that because why? Because of his value and his position. He's intelligent, right. And so you have access to people like this on YouTube, and it's the best networking tool in the world for me, because normal guys like me and you, if we in our cities, it's hard for us to get those kind of people like we can now. Right. Because we were coming up, you come from a poor family, the black people ain't gonna touch you. Fact. They ain't gonna touch you. Because they gonna kind of be on their side of town. and you won't even know they exist. But
Right.
on YouTube, everybody can. If you're somebody who want to work on YouTube, hey, let's hook up. Let's boom. People email you, yo, let's. The next thing you know, you got conferences going on now. People selling merchandise and stuff. You just keep giving yourself a chance to do something.
Absolutely, bro. All right, I got one more tactical question for you, and then we're gonna change it up a bit. All right, so one last question. I noticed that you got the Patreon,
Yeah.
and I know how that works. But then I also see, YouTube offers a membership as well. So I just wanted to know for myself, why did you choose Patreon over YouTube? Do you think one is better than the other? And if so, why?
So the YouTube channel memberships came on a little bit later.
Right. I figured that's what it was, but I won't show.
Yeah. So Patreon, there's something that's like Buy Me a Coffee, which is actually cheaper than Patreon. You heard of that one before? Buy Me a Coffee. So Patreon, I like that because with YouTube, they're gonna take like 30%.
Mm-hmm.
So I think channel memberships are really good. If you're a person that does a lot of live streaming, so I'll just use somebody like Kevin Samuels. He used to have a show like Monday through Friday. So now he does it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then on Instagram Tuesday and Thursday. So what top creators like Kevin are doing is like, listen, for you to comment in my chat, on my live chat, so make sure you ain't out here just BSing. You don't have to be a channel member to comment in my live chat. So just make sure you ain't out here trolling or anything like that.
Right.
So I think that's a good thing if you have people that want to support your channel. But I think more or less if you're a person that streams regularly, it's good because it's showing people are supporting your channel by that. Now, also I think that if you have a Patreon, you would want them to get off because anything can happen. Let's say, for example, if your YouTube channel goes down or something like that, then your channel membership will go down with it. But if you have Patreon, I know some people got like 3,000 or 4,000 Patreons. You got $20,000 over there, $25,000 over there. It's not likely that your Patreon and your YouTube channel memberships are going to go at the same time.
Right.
So yeah, I would keep that separately, from that for sure, if you can.
That's a huge one. I didn't even consider that part. That's a big gem right there. All right, man. So one last one before we go to this lightning round. What would you say to somebody watching this video right now? They all pumped up, they inspired a little bit to start their channel and get on YouTube and put themselves out there, but then they still like, I'm just nervous or I don't know. Like you already really said everything anyway, but just go ahead and get one last thing to drive it home. What would you tell this person that's acting like they're scared to get started?
Listen, I was 34 years old, living at home. 34. Now I already graduated college, but I was there trying to go to medical school. Okay, I'm gonna tell you my story. And people laughing at me at this time. You know what I mean? They're like, you 34. You can't even bring your girls over to my house, right?
Right.
By the time I was 37, I was just 3 years. There was nothing that I could walk in and buy. And I'm living in Europe, so by the time I was 2018, so 4 years, I was already in the top 10%. Now I'm in the top 1% of earners. Now, if money is your motivation, let that be. But also, what it also be is that I have a lot of autonomy in my life. Right. I don't have nobody. I don't have to get up at a certain time. And then I have the U.S. international market wherever I go. So that's something that if you want to live somewhere else, you want to have that money take you into another international market to do something, you want to be able to have some really good investors, take care of your kids, take care of your wife, or just have other opportunities. If you're a person that wants to build, and I always talk about building your own bridge, with what you're doing on as an entrepreneur, building your bridge to what's going to be lateral, or if you want to make a lot of lateral moves, help you on social media. What do I mean by that? You're a YouTuber, but you want to do comedy. You're a YouTuber and you want to do film. You're a YouTuber and you want to do boxing. Like those are entertainment related. Those are kind of lateral things, right? But if you want to go vertical in things, maybe you're the executive producer or something now, and all of those things, if you're in the business world, all those things help you. It's a life-changing thing if you stick with it. Because you can still develop your other skills in the YouTube at the same time. It's two different things. It's a life-changing thing. We're not talking about, like, if you really hate your job and you hate your boss, and if you have a really good 5 or 10 year plan, this is life changing. Like I know what it feels like now, AJ, to be able to go anywhere. And if I need a first class ticket tonight, going anywhere, like right now.
Yeah.
Only thing that'll stop me is that I don't have a PCR test at 9 at this time of night right now. But if I want to go, I'm never worried about the price. I haven't worried about the price of anything in 4 years. Ain't nothing that I cannot buy for myself, nothing I can't do for myself. And the reality is that I keep getting more connections, more people that know me, more people I can do things with. I become more valuable, and I have more opportunity. I create more opportunities for myself. And that's what entrepreneurship is about. It's about, when you work for somebody, you don't think like that. But when you are by yourself and you're an entrepreneur, you have to kill what you eat. And if you're that kind of person and you're a go-getter, then this is the ready for you. If you want to compete and get out here and really make something happen, especially in the black sectors where it's underserved. Because see, the black sectors, I know your content is not necessarily at black, even when you're a black business owner, right. But in the black sectors, that's where all the opportunity is. We're the most underserved people in Black America.